Hey, what's going on? Melissa Kibler here, and welcome to today's Daily Dose of Awesome, your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education. And today we're actually going to be talking about time. Is time on your side, or is it your worst enemy, right? So have you ever caught yourself saying, if I just had more time, I can get more stuff done? How many of you have ever said that? Come on, let's be honest. Give me a raise, a show of hands, if you've ever caught yourself saying that, if I just had more time, then I could get more stuff done. So I'm actually gonna be sharing with you my 4-step approach to help you take back control of your day if time has been a struggle and challenge for you to just get it all in there, right? So welcome again. My name is Melissa Kibler, and I am a mentor here in the Fast Track community. So let me know if you're joining in live. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you let me know where you're viewing in from so I can give you a little shout out. And if you're coming back and watching the replay, I will make sure to come back and say hello from you later. Hello, Maddie. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Sharon. How are you? Hey, Cindy. Denver. Awesome. I will be there in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. Hey, Anne Marie. Great to have you on live. Hey, Chad. All right. So the truth is, we all have the same 24 hours, right? We all have the same 24 hours. And most of us, most likely, are very, very busy, right? We have a lot going on. Maybe our schedules aren't exactly the same, but all of us are busy. All of us have the same 24 hours. So why is it that some people are able to get more things done and accomplished? And for others, maybe you're feeling the same, or maybe it's yourself that you're just feeling like, you just need more time to do, to do your things in your business. Hey, Olive, how are you? Hi, Annalie from Los Angeles. So here's the thing. So we have distractions. Distractions come our way all the time. We have life that's so unpredictable. Let's be real here, right? So there never seems to be enough time. So whether it is, there's a couple of different situations, right? You could either be working a corporate job and trying to build your side business, your network marketing business, your attraction marketing business, and trying to juggle everything. Or you could simply be, have the luxury of being able to work full time from home, but you still feel like you don't have enough time. I know I've been there, definitely a time or two. Hello, I said that in my live video the other day. Have you been watching? No, I haven't seen your live videos, but we must be on the same page, thinking about the same thing. Too funny, I love that. So most of us, when it comes down to it, is when we feel like there's not enough time in a day. I don't know about you, but I tend to feel that overwhelm kind of start creeping in. I start to feel the pressure. I've got, my mind just starts being just cluttered with everything that I'm trying to do and accomplish, right? And it's not a very good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. Hey, Lane, how are you? Coming from Salt Lake City. Awesome. Hey, Martia, how are you? So, most of us are spinning a lot of plates. And if you're like me, and I'm just kind of gonna bring in my, where I'm at, because I'm a mom, I got kids, I got a lot going on, I'm building up, multiple businesses. So, but, for others, you might have a job. You still have to go to your job. You're trying to work your online business. You're trying to get your network marketing business off the ground. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you are a caregiver. Sports activities, house, your husband, a wife, right? You have to cook, you still have to sleep. So you're wearing multiple hats, right? Okay, so you're thinking the same thing, I just don't have enough time in the day. Well, we're gonna tackle that, and we're gonna help you to find those pockets of time where you can take back control of your day. So when we start to feel the overwhelm kick in, okay, that is that first signal. When you start to feel that feeling, whatever it is for you, that overwhelm, the pressure, my muscles feel tense, I just feel like I can't catch up no matter what I'm doing, it's an awful feeling. So that is the first thing, is that awareness of what you're feeling, and that, once you have that awareness, is to be able to identify and know that things are not working and we must change something. But here's the thing, most of the time we're like, okay, I get that. I get that things aren't working, and I feel like things are kind of way out of whack and are kind of way out of balance, but I just don't know what to do. I feel like I've tried everything, right? We're thinking this, right? We've tried everything, we've done it all, but we still can't manage to just get everything done the way we want to, right? So is it cool if I share my 4-step approach to really help you take back control of your time? And I am going to be looking down at my notes because I wanted to make sure that I go into depth with you to really help you get back on track. I really want you to help, just for yourself to be set up in a way that you can get the most out of your day. I'm working on dropping some stuff off. Yeah, absolutely. Thinking about it and open my Facebook Live and yeah, spooky. I know, how crazy is that? But that's the truth of the matter is so many of us struggle with time, and that is beyond our control sometimes, right? We all have the same 24 hours, but sometimes we feel totally, not in control of our time, which is a scary, scary feeling sometimes. So I want to walk you through my 4-step approach. And number one, when we talk about having that awareness of things just don't feel right, you're feeling the pressure, you're feeling the overwhelm, is to get into that evaluation mode of how are you really spending your time? Like, have you really sat down and really took a look at your day? Because I know a lot of us, like if we had a face-to-face conversation, and if I asked you, what does your day typically look like? It might sound a little vague, it might sound a little general, like, oh, I wake up, I gotta go to work, I gotta take care of my kids and take them to school, or I have this going on, at night, usually sports activities, usually it's in my case. So that's usually vague and very general. And what I want you to start doing is actually break down, be very specific with your time, because it amazes me when I actually have a conversation with people and I really break down their day. Almost, I would say 99%, I'm able to help people to find pockets of time and switch around things and prioritize, accordingly. So first of all, that's what I want you to do is when you have that awareness, when things aren't really working for you, and when you're getting ready to evaluate how you're really looking to spend your time, is to look at your time very specifically. So for example, what time do you wake up in the morning? If you are working a full-time job, what time do you go to work? What time do you have breaks? What time do you get home? What time do you typically go to bed at night? Or if you have little ones where you're getting home at night and, sometimes I know for me, I don't have that support from my husband. Like, he works a lot and I'm building all of these, multiple businesses myself and trying to manage kids and a house. So I get it. So how does that work? When you feel like everything is on your shoulders, everything is all on you, and you are working all day and you come home and you still have little ones to take care of. And by the end of the day, you just feel like you're tired and you're burnt out and you don't want to do anything at that point, right? Hey, Sean, how are you? No worries that you're late. I'm glad that you're here though. Thanks for hopping on and joining in live. So I want you to get really specific with your time, first of all, okay? And when you can really break that down, and I know every day tends to change, everything is not like, it doesn't work exactly as planned, but for the most part, we have some, a routine for the most part that is very repetitive, okay? So number one is evaluate and be specific with your time. Number two is to time block parts of your day, and this is where we need to make some changes, because obviously if things aren't working and you're feeling the pressure and overwhelm, we need to make changes to be the most effective. If you continue on in this cycle and you're continuing to juggle and spin these multiple plates, you are going to find yourself just not as effective, and it's going to keep you from moving ahead to where you ultimately want to go. So how do we do this? Time blocking parts of the day that you can commit to, those times that you have control over, okay? So here's the thing, when you look at parts of your day, when you look at the whole picture, you break down the specific times, I want you to write down your non-negotiables, things that you absolutely can't give up, especially, I am a firm believer of taking care of ourselves. So if that is making sure that you're fitting in that mental, wellness of, exercise, making sure that you are, if you're driving the kids to school or appointments or whatever, you have that blocked out, okay? Those are non-negotiables. Now, here's the thing is I want you to have this in mind. When you're going through and making those changes in time, looking at some time blocks of where in your schedule you might be able to fix, is I want you to be open-minded. This is a must. You must be open-minded to what you might do and what you might change. Because on the flip side, if you are closed-minded about this, that means that you only know one way, and that's the only way, that you are not willing to try anything else because everything else didn't work before, right? So you're one of two people. So I encourage you to be open-minded, because that is what's going to help you get unstuck and get out of that place. What might you do? What might you change? So for example, with the time blocking pieces, okay, think about this. So if you're waking up in the morning and say you wake up at 6 a.m., you go to work at 9, you have a couple breaks, you get home at the end of the day, by the time you put the kids to bed and dinner on the table, it might be 8:30, 9 o'clock. Okay, I don't know what that looks for you. Everybody's schedule is different. But here's what I want to encourage you to do is think about what might you do. So rather than staying in that same routine, might you wake up 15 minutes earlier? Go to bed 15 minutes later or 30 minutes, whatever that is for you. So that way you can start changing things up to see if that's working. For example, if you're looking to build an online business, especially if you're here in attraction marketing and learning these skills, the skill sets of branding yourself online, building up that know, like, and trust, that global network, right? We have to be visible and we have to show up. So what that means when you're building an online business, that might be, posting to make sure people are seeing that you're visible and that you're out there, that you're reachable, that you're doing the Facebook Lives. So when I hear a lot when I'm working with my students of, I just don't have time to do Facebook Lives, I don't know how I'm going to fit it in my schedule, I'm completely just drained and I don't know how to fit this into my day. I get that a lot. So, sometimes by the time we get done at the end of the day, I get it. We're tired. That's the last thing we want to do, right? So what might you do is, could you wake up 15 minutes earlier so that way you can get to work, leaving your house 15 minutes earlier? Maybe you might do that Facebook Live in your car. Has that been something that you've tried? Again, I want you to start thinking for yourself of what might you do? What might you change, okay? Number 3 is, once you can start fitting in those time blocks, and going back to those time blocks, if you're still like, I still can't find any time to work my business, this is gonna come down to, especially if you are looking to build an online business, how much does that matter to you? What about building an online business is important to you? And what's gonna happen if you don't build that? Right? So those are the questions that you have to ask yourself, and really having that prioritizing how beneficial and how impactful that is going to be for your life. So if that is something super high on your list of what you need to do in order to live the life that you want to live, then there needs to be some kind of a change. So you think about, music. If you're driving in the car and you're listening to music, or you're finding yourself still watching a show or Netflix at the end of the day, those are some things maybe that we can take a look at our schedule. It might not be something that we have to eliminate forever, right? But in this period of trying to fit it all in and trying to move closer to your end result and to build out this business of your dreams so that you maybe don't have to work your job, or you can have more time, with your kids or your husband home, whatever that looks like for you, you might have to make some small sacrifices along the way. So that's why, it's important to know what your non-negotiables are and really have your priorities in check so you can make those changes in your day. So number 3, Sean, this is so coincidental. I wrote on my blog 2 hours ago. Yeah, awesome. I'm so glad we're on the same page with this. So number 3. So number 1, we evaluated what's going on. We took a look at specific times of what we're doing in our day. Number 2 is we are making some changes of what we might do. Number 3 is, now that we have these pockets of time throughout our day, I need you to start prioritizing activities. Now, these are not activities where I'm prioritizing, kids stuff or home stuff. This is priorities for your business. These are activities, how you can move that needle forward in your business. And the question I want you to ask yourself is this activity going to push the needle forward? Meaning, is it going to take me in the right direction of where I want to go? Okay? Because if it's not allowing you to move in that direction of where you want to go, then those are not the activities that you need to be focusing on right now. So I want to make this really clear as far as, if you're working full time, okay, and if you're trying to build up your network marketing business and attraction marketing at the same time, you got to think about this for a second. Because if you're in network marketing, if you're a rock star and you're making multiple 6 figures and you have income coming in, then yeah, you need that income to still come in, and we need to balance out those activities of skill sets of where we want to go with attraction marketing, but also, keep things going and maybe delegate some activities to our generals and our leaders, right? So kind of backing off, but still letting things run. Now, if you're trying to build network marketing and attraction marketing at the same time, and you are not at that level yet where you have a huge, massive team and you're getting all of those results coming in, that's where I'm talking about. If you're very limited on your time and you're feeling completely stretched to the max, we want to make sure that, the time that you have open, the very limited amount of time, that we make sure that you are choosing the right activities, that you are focused on the right activities that is going to move you closer in the direction that you want, right? So if you don't want to be doing things traditionally anymore and you're feeling burnt out and fried and just plain old sick of all of those activities, you need to spend less of that time there and more time learning the skill sets that are going to help you in creating more of that leverage and that strategy and, more of your brand in your business. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, it is a whole heck of a lot more fun when you can do that, when you're not branding your company anymore, you're not being that billboard for your company. And when you're building up your own brand and putting out, building up You Inc., it is so much more fun. So awesome, Kevin. I'm glad that you're getting great content. Give me some likes and loves if you guys are loving this so far, as I'm going to keep going. So prioritizing activities. So again, it is the skill sets that you want to focus on and doing the one thing. Because how many of us want to get everything done all at once? Like, I know I still do, and I have to remind myself, no, I can't get everything done at once. It's not going to happen overnight. What is that one thing? So I wish I could show you my list. Every single day I make a list, and it's very clear to, it's got to be in alignment of where I'm looking to take my business to move that needle forward. But it also is clear action steps. I do not get stuck in training mode. It's kind of like that fine balance, the 50-50, right? And I'm focused on one thing. So what is that one thing that must get done? Because I tend to procrastinate and I tend to be perfectionist. So I put things off a little bit, but I became aware of what I was doing. So those things that you're putting off are the most likely those things that need to get done. So that must go on your list, number one, okay? So one thing at a time when you are working in your time block and you're prioritizing your tasks, number them. So that way you focus on that one thing. When you're done with that one thing and only that one thing that you're focused on, then you can move on to other things. So, this should be a no-brainer, but you shut off your notifications, set a timer, make sure that you stick to that time block, making that a habit and being consistent. So again, staying the course, staying the path, so that'll help with prioritizing activities. And number 4, now that you have modified some things in your schedule, and that you are prioritizing your activities, you're clear in your action steps. Luckily here at attractionmarketing.com, you have a whole community of support, you have mentors, you have coaches that you can ask questions so you are clear on what you need to do as far as specific action steps, specifically where you're at and what's going to help you get to that next level, okay? So number 4, when you have all of that straightened out, that is time for you to show up, my friends. That is time for you to show up, to take the action, and to be consistent. So again, if you're building this online business, what does that look like for you, right? What does that look like? You got to be posting invisible and doing those Facebook Lives. And if you're not doing them, start doing them. You got to get out of that comfort zone, because if you're looking to build a business online, this is what it's all about, okay? Mastering those attraction marketing skill sets. And here's the thing. There's going to be times that things don't always go as planned, and there's going to be times when you feel stuck and frustrated. So what might you do when you get into that moment and you feel stuck and you feel frustrated? Here's what I want you to do is know who your resources are, know what your resources are, and ask questions. That is the worst thing you can do, is stay stagnant and back off. So you want to make sure that you know what your resources are, you know who you can turn to, and making sure that you ask questions. That is your responsibility. You are, in control of your business. So you need to be resourceful, and you need to take it upon yourself to make sure you do that. So Cherie, thank you for sharing that and keeping, posting those. I appreciate that, Lane. And Cherie, thank you so much. So yes, again, what would happen if you don't do those things? What would happen? You have to ask those hard questions. If I'm not showing up, if I'm not doing a live, what's going to happen in your business? You're not going to have a business. And what that does for you is you give up on yourself, you give up on your dreams, and you settle. And you settle and you start to get comfortable. And that's the last thing I know that you want. So making sure that you show up and you are okay with getting uncomfortable in those situations. So, okay, so again, deciding, to take ownership, that is a choice. That is something that only you can decide, that you are committed to your business and you're going to take ownership, that you are going to show up as a professional. So drop a professional, who is on live with me today? Who is committed right now today to make it happen no matter what comes your way, no matter what roadblocks come up, that you're going to fall. If you fall and you fall again and you fall again and you fall again, are you willing to get back up? How important is this business to you? Okay? Drop the word committed if you are committed today to take that action, or drop the word professional if you are ready to step it up and actually act as that professional network marketer or the professional entrepreneur. Instead of just wanting those things, we're actually taking it upon ourselves to show up for ourselves, right? Dave is committed. Olive, consistency is key. I feel great after I do my lives, even when I don't really feel like it. And guys, to be honest with you, before I got on this live today, you have no idea how nervous I get doing Facebook Lives. Totally nervous. My heart starts racing. I feel like my muscles are tense. I just don't feel like I can really deliver an awesome Facebook Live. That's just how I feel going into it. So this is something that helps you. How can we break down those barriers that seem to be holding us back? I just want to finish up with this and wrap up and give you some more quick little tips before I finish. What gets me through? And hopefully this will help you too. What gets you through, and how can you knock down some barriers? So for me, I'm sure we can all relate. We've all had challenges and roadblocks come our way. So again, it's going to come back to your drive and your ultimate vision and goal and what you want to do as far as, your business, but using those challenges and those roadblocks as strength, okay? It is choosing to not let them set you back, but using them in a way that's going to propel and push you even harder, okay? Learning from those challenges and overcoming those and having some kind of a, teachable moment from them, that has made me stronger to kind of push through and keep going. And, it just gives me another perspective, right? It gives me something to learn from, for sure. Something else that helps me get past my roadblocks and challenges. I don't know, for you, any other music lovers out there, music is my therapy. So sometimes even before Facebook Live, I was jamming to my music. It was on loud, trying to get me into that mindset, and just that's kind of like my therapy is music. And number 3 is so, so important, is to keep your close circle super, super tight. So what do I mean by that? Those in your close circle, those people that you can trust, that you can turn to, that you can talk to. And if you don't have that right now, keep searching. And I can guarantee you those people, your tribe is out there, because I know I finally found mine. So keep searching. And where I was able to find those people in my tribe is, again, looking to those people that have what you want, right? That have the same vision, that have the same beliefs, that have the same business model that you want. Those people that will hold you to a higher standard than you do for yourself. Those are the people that you want to keep in your circle. And I encourage you, if you have not found your tribe yet, to keep looking, because your tribe is out there. So that is all I have for you today. Let me know any questions, comments. Let me know if you found some value in this. Again, drop a committed or drop a professional if you are ready right now today to stay committed to your business and no longer let any excuse get in your way of getting to where you want to go. So searching for my circle of people, you will find it, Sherry. I can guarantee you that. Keep searching. They are out there. But thank you all so much. Sean's committed. Awesome, Sherry. I'm glad you got some value. I'm so excited. I love getting on these trainings and talking with all of you. You guys just make my day. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you for hopping on and joining me live. You're welcome, Olive. I'm glad that I gave you some value today. All right, guys, go out and make it a great day. Thank you so much for just viewing in and hanging with me today. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow for tomorrow's Daily Dose of Awesome. We go live every single day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Distractions are a problem for you. Okay, Sean, so I'm going to challenge you. What might you do about that, right? If distractions are a challenge for you, what might you do? Something that you've never done before. Maybe start thinking about that. But I want you to encourage you to start thinking about some other things that maybe you haven't tried before that will help with those distractions. So You're welcome, Dave. I'm glad it was a great live for you. You're welcome, Olive. All right, guys. Love you guys all. Take care, and I will chat again soon. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's DDOA. All right, talk soon. Bye-bye.